Hi, Wycliffe Barrett, Xplane dedicated. Today we're going to look at AD Simulation CRJ-700, price $49.95 or £38.38p from Xplane.org. This aircraft is considered a regional aircraft, a regional jet, and it was originally built by Bombardier in Canada. And they were built between 1999 and 2020, but then in 2020 the company was taken over by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, which was a bit of a surprise to me, I must admit. In total 924 were built. Mitsubishi unfortunately are not going to be building any more of the CRJ-700, but they will be supplying parts to the industry. So let's have a quick look around in the cockpit here. Really nice cockpit, very clean indeed, kind of different in the way that it does things, a lot different from a Boeing or a Airbus aircraft, but startup routine is very much the same. Basically you need to get ground power on and air, and then you can start the APU and such like. It's a lovely little aircraft, and the modelling in this one has been particularly well done. You can see we've got a tablet here, kind of iPad thing, where you can go through all sorts of settings. I'm just looking at the door handling here. Click on the little red squares and the doors open. The animations on the doors are really, really nice, especially the main front and left door, where you've got the air stairs that go down. And you can remove the handrails if you wish. You can have handrails or not. Then we have settings, and there's numerous settings, especially around sound, glasses and miscellaneous as well. The companies that run the CRJ-700 are quite a few, but the main ones are Delta, Comair, Estonian Air, Scandinavia, Lufthansa, Iraqi Airways and Garuda. Binter in the Canaries, they had a couple, but they seem to have gotten rid of theirs now in favour of the ATR. This aircraft took 4 years to complete by AD Simulations, and they wanted it to be as close to the real thing as possible, and so therefore they involved a number of different people in the creation of this. Real-world pilots were involved in refining the flight model for Xplane 11, and I have to say they've done a very good job. It feels a little bit strange sometimes when flying the aircraft. It's very kind of finely balanced around its centre of gravity, and you kind of land it at a relatively high speed. Looking around the cockpit, there are some things which I think are really neatly done. You look at the bottom of that column there, the yoke column, there's all scratches where people had put their feet on there as they got in. But then in other areas of the cockpit, it's absolutely spotless. There's no marks, no scratches, nothing. It's all a little bit weird. We're going to take off here at Cardiff. Just a quick takeoff, just so you can see what it's like. It's very twitchy on the rudder though. You've got to be careful and keep those rudder pedals really centered and not move around too much. I should imagine in a crosswind it'll be really skittish and be all over the runway as well. But once again, taking off, absolute delight. It kind of went almost full length of the runway here before lifting, but really, really nice. As I say, they spent 4 years creating this model, and as you can hear, it's got a really good F-mod sound package. So the engines sound really, really good. There's all cockpit sounds, of course, all the switches and warning sounds are there for you. As I said, the flight model reflects the real-world aircraft because real-world pilots were involved in configuring and fine-tuning the flight model for Xplane. The FMS on it, though, has been customised in so much as far as it looks, but is based on the default Xplane 11 FMS. But it's completely serviceable. I've inputted a flight plan without any problems, as you can see. The Brecon 1 Alpha here, going off to the right. But the way that you do things is slightly different, and if you haven't flown this aircraft before, then you will need to look at the manual just to help you, configure the FMS and actually to configure the aircraft for departure and flight as well. Slightly different, but as you can see, with all the pop-outs, so you can pop out all of the different glass displays. Here you can see I've got the primary navigation display, flight plan display popped out, and I could move that onto another monitor if I so wish. It's one of those wonderful features of Xplane that have been around for quite some time. But the systems on this aircraft, their basic systems are programmed based on CRJ-700 aircraft. There will be updates where it's making systems deeper and adding new ones as well. The flight control panel knobs support fast scrolling via left mouse button press and precise scrolling via mouse wheel. Here you can see I've got a number of pop-ups at the main navigation display, primary flight display, and also the ICAS engine management display open as well. Lovely aircraft to fly. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Coming in here for a landing onto runway 12, which is a bit unusual. Normally 30 is the one in use at Cardiff. There you can see a close-up of the ICAS. Coming into land, really nice. The centre glare shield, all centre glare shield knobs and push buttons are animated. Displays are really good, very crisp with all the lettering. Here we come.
30, 20, 10.
And touchdown, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Nice sound on touchdown as we roll out. It's a bit loud, but I'll turn that down in a moment. So there's a full ICAS engine indication and crew alerting system. So the full panel there with the primary display, static, ECS, hydraulics, electrical, fuel, flight control, anti-ice doors, and cabin as well. So you've got everything you need. And the pop-up displays, so there's a tablet EFB will pop out, captain and first officer's primary flight display, captain and first officer's multifunction displays, primary ICAS, secondary ICAS, and left and right CDU control display units can be popped out as well. All in all, it's a good aircraft, and if you were looking for a regional jet, something that's not going to, fly for hours and hours and hours, but has a range whereby you can do some decent regional flights around Europe, then this might be the one for you. As I said at the beginning, it's very reasonably priced at $49.95. That works out at £38.38 at present exchange rates. Is it worth buying? Well, only you can decide that. I think it's a really good aircraft. It's an interesting aircraft to fly. Very different systems. I really like it, and I can see myself using this quite a bit, especially, maybe some of the Spanish flights from mainland Spain out to the Canaries. As you can see, I've got the Aegean livery on here at the moment. You do get several liveries with the aircraft. So, I hope you find the review useful. We'll see you soon. Cheerio. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment, because the YouTube algorithm really likes that stuff. Also, hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified of when new videos become live on the channel. We'll see you soon. Cheerio.